welcome. You're here early, that's good. Means there's something special about you. The Elysian might look a bit fancy, but she's been through more storms than I can count. She'll take care of you, and if you would be so kind, take good care of her. We got a whole lot going wrong around here. You better train up. We got terrors knocking on our infrastructure, and some mighty strange occurrences going on. I'm afraid our world is at risk. Without people like you, cornucopias might fall into darkness. Better get smart, get trained, and be ready. The storm is coming. I can feel it. I'd like to say we've been through worse, but this time I'm not so sure. Good luck out there. You're going to need every bit you can get.
Yeah, from the basement to the bull run, let's get it. We rise through every flame, we never quit it. I was down, charts red, blood on my paper. Learning every candlestick tear turned me braver. Support under pressure, resistance on my shoulders. Every loss was tuition, now my mind's bolder. Volume spikes in my vision, heat forged my fire. Stop loss on my doubt, take profit on desire. I grind while they sleep, midnight scroll through the data. Rising through the levels, breakouts my creator. They said I'd fold, I told them watch me unfold. Build amidst the blaze, hard tempered in the cold. We build amidst the flames, we never break. Climbing up the charts, making every play. Hard work pays off when the candles burn away. We're gonna make it, shine when the smoke clears day by day. We're gonna make it, watch us storm through the gray. Through every dip and delay, we still on our way. Margin calls tried to choke, turned them into fuel. heatmaps in my soul, now I'm nobody's fool. Fibonacci guiding steps, Elliott waves align. Each rejection's in a center, step up the incline. Stop loss on my fears, breakouts in my mind. Bull runs in my blood, bear traps left behind. Hard-earned conviction, diamond in the rough. Trading hours till dawn, discipline's enough. The wick burns low, my spirit only grows. Ashes in my past, but I'm blazing for it now. Charts can't contain me, my vision unstoppable. We're gonna make it unbreakable. We forged through the fire, kept our faith unshaken. Analyzed every move, risk reward awakened. Building up by staking, every loss we've taken. We're gonna make it, see us rise when all's been shaken. We're gonna make it, our legacy's engraven in the book of the brave. We're the ones who remain. Let's go! Keep charting, keep grinding, never let it stop. We rise, we shine.
Going on, Ada Gang? I'm Ada Ace. I'm the founder of HydroDrip, Cardano native incubator powering NFT, DeFi, marketing for all the top tier Web3 projects. We're built by community and driven by utility. So if you're looking for marketing or advisement on your project, reach out to HydroDrip via hydrodrip.io today. But this is Strike Zone Daily, where we check the markets, analyze the charts, and then strike when the time is hot. But first, let's get that intro, guys.
Welcome to the strike zone, lock it in tight. A to H's calling shots in the crypto fight. Welcome to the strike zone, lock it in tight. A to H's calling shots in the crypto fight. Welcome to the strike zone, lock it in tight. A to H's calling shots in the crypto fight. Welcome to the strike zone, lock it in tight. A to H's calling shots in the crypto fight. Tuition paid, scars from the game. Now we trade with precision and flame. Strike while it's hot on that on-chain lane. With leverage loaded, he's calling your name. Cardinal the field and the zone is live. Every candle lit up like it's ready to drive. Drip fed moves with a hydro kick. Strike perpetuals, yeah, the plays come quick. So step in the booth, let the markets unfold. This strike zone daily where the feelings go bold. Step in the booth, let the markets unfold. This strike zone daily where the feelings go bold. Step in the booth, let the markets unfold. This strike zone daily where the feelings go bold. Feelings go bold, feelings go bold, feelings go bold, feelings go bold. Welcome to
So we have had one heck of a ride over the evening. Yesterday, we were watching Ethereum go over 3,300 and close the day over 3,300. As I was watching Tom Crown yesterday, he said we close the daily candle over and hold it. Alt season is going to start, and it may even start today. And I mean, like, I don't know, 12 hours later, we're at 81 cents now. So welcome, hopefully, to the parabolic bull run. So let's get into the Cardano charts. So we're over here on Tap Tools. Current ADA price is 82 cents. 24-hour DEX volume is 5.8 million ADA. And the 24-hour active wallets are almost 23,000 with a chain load of almost 13%, which is a tad higher than it was yesterday. So SNEC is still number one, and it's up almost 4.5% today. World Mobile is down 3%, and for some reason, when the market pumps, it likes to go down. Ajax is down 6%. Igon is up 2%. Liquid is up 2.5%. Min token is up almost 1/3%. Strike is down 6%. Hosky, for some reason, is up 12%, still not zero. Shin is up 1%, and Indy, rounding out the top 10, is down 2.5%. Top 5 trending is SNEC, World Mobile, a stablecoin. Superior, that meme coin from yesterday, is still trending because of volume, but it's down 40%. And then Strike, rounding out the top 5, actually shows that Strike is down 8% now. Let's go over and look at the Strike chart here. So we are at our 2.618 retracement zone here. So looks like we could find a spot here. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what else we're looking at here. No divergences. Let's see. So this is your money flow. Money flow is kind of coming down. Price is down. It didn't really get high enough, but this kind of looks like it could have been a cup and handle here. You know, they're native assets, so they can be not as TA friendly. But so you could be looking at something like a cup and handle here, to where you want to look for the measured move of the candle to the bottom. And then from there, so you could get back up to over 250 ADA per, but I see that not happening until it actually claims the 2.618 at 195, which it shows it's at 196. Could be really close. So moving on to the DEX Hunter, fear and greed, 55% there. And your top trending tokens seems to be the same: SNEC, World Mobile, IUSD, that Superior, and Strike is your top 5. Let's check the liquidation heat map here over at coinglass.com. We are looking at the Binance USD pair because it has enough volume for us to kind of look at this. Let's look at the 48-hour chart. So there is definitely a lot more liquidity below us on the 48-hour chart. Let's go to the 3-day, and we should start seeing, the 3-day has almost no liquidity anywhere. That's pretty interesting. But we should start to see, as the price rises, that the liquidity will start to fall in heavier and heavier below us. But with that, we also want to remember that the more liquidity at a certain price, the market makers want to take it there to get the liquidity so they can make their money. So just always be knowing of that. But let's look at our 4-hour naked chart over here. Let's get our indicators off so we can look at our naked chart. And we were watching this triangle yesterday. We had made it, I guess, a couple of days ago, and it has actually completed. So we came in, created the top, made the bottom, hit one hit, hit the second hit, and I said I didn't think we were ready for it to go there. I was wrong. That was the third hit, but normally it is the third hit on one side or the other that gets it to go. So since there was only 1 and 2 hits, that makes sense that the third hit was the one to the north side that got it to go. Now let's look at the measured move of this move so we can see if we have already completed the measure move. We haven't completed the measure move yet. Measured move is about 84.5, 85. So measured move of that has not happened yet. Let's go down to the 1 hour. See if we can't find anything else. I can't see any chart patterns. There's a little bit of a W that it was kind of starting here. And it would be a bullish one because it's rising here. And if that was the case, we would look for measured move to be like this, and that target would bring us to 85. So that's kind of about the same. All right, so let's look down here on the 30-minute. Let's turn on some indicators here. Look at see if we can't get some indicators to pop up. So we do have a lot of fair market value gaps. I mean, like every candle created a fair market value gap. There's 75% bullish volume, 76 bullish volume, 86% bullish volume. Essentially, we get to these places, it's probably going to bounce at each one of those. This is a high volume down here at 70 cents. If we're going to really start a rally, I don't know if we're going to get back down to these today or anytime soon. Really, this is a 30-minute chart. I have to say that I am on the bullish sentiment that the market is looking to be wanting to run with all of the bullish news. We have the Genius and Clarity and all of the rest of that should be voted on today and passed. The things for them to be able to pass to go to the vote today passed yesterday. And once again, this is the target out of the rising trading channel, which normally would break south, but when you go into a bullish time frame, parabolic time frame, all of the bearish indicators stop working, all the bearish chart patterns start working, and they all become bullish chart patterns. That's when you need to change your market sentiment to a bullish market sentiment. You're no longer trying to scalp, you're trying to scalp shorts, you're trying to find entries and scalp longs. Wait for the retracement and then enter for the longs. If you're really degen, then you can try to short the tops, but that's not very good to do in a bullish market because President Trump can tweet 5 words and it could go up. But also he could tweet 5 words and it could go down. So, you know, hey, there's that. All right. I'm glad I have your attention. So let's look at the next deal here. So let's get back over to the studio so we can do our live read for BOK. So we are sponsored by BOK. So we'll be using the BOK AI tools here in just a minute. But just so you can know, BOK analyzes the entire market sentiment, volume flows, trend signals, and momentum shifts, and feeds me a clear, calculated trade bias before I even open the chart. I opened the chart first today. Sorry, guys. And if it gives me that same trade bias, it can give it to you. It's like having a second set of eyes that don't miss. Whether I'm scalping the 5-minute or swing trading the 4-hour, I always check BOK to see what it is seeing. It cuts through the noise, helps me decide long, short, or sit still. So if you're in DeFi, leverage trading, or even spot, BOK AI has got your back. And trust me, once you use it, you won't want to trade without it. So let's go over and use their asset here. So we're going to go over there. You have so you have either 300,000, a million, or 3 million BOK. The tools that I use here are the premium ones. So you would have to have 3 million BOK. You can go over to Splash or buy it on MinSwap. Splash has the most liquidity because it was a SNEC.fund token. And they have made a tool that is very useful and is token gated. So if you want to use these, go buy the token, get into their Discord, and have some fun. So let's see what it said. After analyzing the 15-minute chart, observed an overall bullish trend with price increasing from 78 cents to almost 82 cents, which is very true. Yesterday morning, we were at 75 cents and I was trying to short it. I did actually get that trade in and it did get stopped out. Lost 58 of the 250, but that's why you put stop losses in. So our trade recommendation from BOK AI is a long, and they want us to enter now with a stop loss at 81 cents, target at 83.75, and a target 2 at 85.5. This is actually giving us our largest targets that we have seen so far. This is a full almost 450 basis points jump for their target 2. They're looking for this to move to 85 cents. And this is between 12 and 24 hours, which in my sentiment and my analysis of the market, this is definitely awesome and possible for today. It is awesome, but possible for today. So yes, price has established a clear uptrend. 15-minute chart shows momentum building with higher lows. Current price sits a potential breakout point from a short-term consolidation pattern. It also wants you to maintain the 2-to-1 risk, 1-to-2 risk. ADA tends to follow Bitcoin's movements. Yes, until right now. Now Bitcoin is kind of going stagnant. ETH is running, and when ETH is running, everything else is running. So if you like to watch all the different charts, definitely watch the Bitcoin dominance, which is actually tanking, and watch the Ethereum chart, and then watch the Bitcoin ADA chart so you can see all of these motions happening here. So they have a medium to a high confidence level. That's the first time it is giving us anything other than a medium confidence level. Fear and greed for Bitcoin is at 74. We were at 70 just yesterday. So let's go back and look at our chart here. So it was trying to say that we should enter now with 83.75 and 85.5. So this is what it was saying. So enter now with a stop of 81. Let's see, where was 80? No, 80. What did it say? 81? Stop of 81. Let's go all the way up to 81. It's not giving us much of a stop loss. I guess. Okay. There's almost 81. And then the first target was 84.5. Wasn't that what it was? 83.75. That's trying to front run this target. 80. I think we can get to 84. Let's not run it. Yeah, 80, 83, 88. So that's to 3-2. So with the market running how it is, we have 94.7%. So we should be able to enter a trade here. So let's see. It wants us to be able to enter this trade here. We have these fair market value gaps. We're at the top on the 15-30 minute chart. Let's go down on the 15 minute. Do look to be making a flag almost. Let's go down to the 5. Yeah, there's the flag. Let's see. Turn off these indicators real quick. Definitely looks like a flag to me, guys. What does that look like to you? That's a, oh, sorry. Wrong key. That key. That's a target of 86.5 cents. And that stop would be below here. Okay, let's turn on back our indicators here. All right, so we're looking to come down. We're looking to be coming down here real quick. I think we might be coming to top this right here. Then that would invalidate our pattern here though. Let's see. Bearish on the 5 minute. We are coming up with a coming down. So that would mean that we are about to squeeze. You do have a topping of the true 7. You are kind of high on the RSI, but in a bullish sentiment time frame, you're gonna this chart is going to stay up here with quick time frames of the RSI to come down and go almost right back up. If we are in the time frames that we think we are in, we are about to have one hell of a time of our lives. And yeah, I'm conflicted about this trade because of what Chart Prime shows me. So with that said, let's come over and do our live read for Chart Prime, because Chart Prime is one of our charts, our sponsors. They sponsor our premium indicators on the chart. So I don't just eyeball the charts. I use Chart Prime's premium indicators every single day. Even when I'm not here on the show, I am using them on my phone, on my computer, on my laptop, everywhere that everywhere in TradingView, except on the other places that use TradingView. When you're using TradingView stuff, you can use all of these premium indicators. Reversal signals, smart money zones, trend strength. This entire suite gives me the edge. It's clean, it's powerful, works on any time frame, from the 1 minute to the 1 week, 1 month, everything, 1 year, all the rest of that. And Chart Prime gives me the first signal, the confirmation, and the flow through. If you're tired of guessing, which I definitely was, and you want to start trading with data-backed signals, this Chart Prime gives you so much data. If you really like data, you can make data show up everywhere. And lots of people like to tell me that I have the noisy charts. I just like all the data. So go check it out. It's in the description down below. Use that link down there to get these premium indicators as well. And when you do so, you will be adding to the revenue stream for HydroDrip. So I would appreciate it. It's an awesome tool. And It's it's great. You should do it. Not financial advice though, for sure, because that's what that said at the beginning. All right, let's just let's see. Let's get into this trade here. Let's see if we can get into it on. Let's see, where would be at. Okay, so let's just mark it in along of 250, because that's what we do on Strike Zone. And let's get it in. No. 5% of the pool. Oh, I have to refresh. 97%. So somebody took my liquidity. I got to let it come down just a little bit to be at less than 95% for the protocol to allow the trade to go through. So let's talk about the liquidity and the protocol. So right now, 24-hour volume says it's over 3 million with a long interest of 3 million. There are some shorts out there. They're 563,000. Those people that short need to come in and get liquidated so that we can open our long. So as soon as people can get liquidated or close their trades and stop using as much of the available liquidity, positions can open again. This is one of the protocol things that they changed to help out the liquidity providers, because this is a decentralized exchange. Without liquidity providers, it does not it doesn't work. So our total lock value is almost 4.5 million ADA. And they do have a all-time returns of minus 10%, but that's because the price is going up. The protocol parameters hadn't been changed yet, and everything there. So let's zoom in and let's get some disclaimers here and what liquidity gets, because I would really like for you to come and provide some liquidity to the protocol so that we can have some more trades. Liquidity providers receive a share of the platform revenue, which is like a lot of the platform revenue. 100% of the liquidated collateral. So when I open my trade, I give 250 ADA to the protocol. So if I don't set a stop loss and it gets liquidated, the protocol takes all 250 of my ADA. That would go to the liquidity providers. If I set stop losses and it gets stopped like it did yesterday, that 50 ADA that it stopped from it, that went to the liquidity providers. The entire time the position is open, every hour there is a utilization fee management, and you get paid those because technically they are borrowing funds, ADA, from you to use on the exchange. And then you also get 30% of the opening fees, which the opening fees have a sliding scale based upon how much utilization of the pool is being used. I think it's right at about 0.1% for where we're at right now. And so you can withdraw your liquidity at any time if there's enough assets in the pool. If all funds are currently being borrowed, you can submit a withdrawal request, which will be processed as a pending order. Providing liquidity involves risk. Please understand what that means. You are the house. You can lose, but degens be degens, and normally you will win eventually there. As a liquidity provider, you take the opposite side as the traders, and you may incur losses. There's measures to help protect liquidity providers. Returns are not guaranteed every day. Past performance is not indicative of future results. So just because it's down 10% doesn't mean that it won't always be down 10%. That's what that statement means. Alrighty, so let's see, we're still at 96%. So let's talk a little bit about HydroDrip. So HydroDrip is my project. I'm the founder of HydroDrip. We have NFTs. They are still minting. They are also on JPEG store. So if you want to get over and get any of those, you can go to our Discord and get in there, and we can see here. This is our yield bonuses for the passes. So we yield 10 different tokens, or 11 different tokens, right? I think Hydra, Wojak Blue, great project there. CTV, great project there. World Mobile Token, everybody knows that one. Snack, Bodega, Igon, Bank, and Angels. Every NFT stacks, every one of the bonus portion stack except the straight can only give you that once. So there's that there. Let's look back over here. Now, another thing is Mecca. Mecca Labs is a NFT that is minting now. They're on Yepple. These NFTs are going to be purchasing Bitcoin miners as Bitcoin is staying very good and very high. We're going to be using 70% of the funds to buy Bitcoin miners, and about every 100 NFTs that we sell, we will be able to buy another miner to add to the rack. We have a host that's in Texas with a less than 5-cent electricity rate. And it's an immersion miners, so we can run these on an overclock all day long, every day, and not really have any issues. They run even longer. So if you want to get over to their Discord, get in, get some information. There's going to be some alpha drop this morning after the stream. So definitely get over there, get your ADA ready and everything. There, let's see, go back, see, no utilization here. So this would be what my trade would be. We are down. Maybe it would be good that we didn't get in. Maybe it would be good that, or not good. Either way, that's the trade that BOK was saying. I kind of like that as well. That goes with our flagpole here with a pennant. All of the targets, we're trying to bring it up to the 85 cents, 84, 85 cents. The liquidity is above us, but is definitely below us. Let's check a couple of different ones. Maybe it was just that one. Liquidity is right above us on gate. BitGet, all the liquidity is below us. That's there. Let's see, on Bybit, below us. OKX, they didn't really have very much volume the other day. MEXC, you know, they like ADA, right? Yeah, there's almost no volume on ADA. All right, let's go back to the Binance perps here. Let's see, 24 hours, definitely above us though. 83. That's that 83, man. That's 83. That brings us to there. So that's the trade I would definitely make there. So let's see. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance chart just so we can look at it, because I really would like to look at this and show you what this looks like. We have 2 more minutes until the show ends, and I have to get ready for the in real life work that I still have to do for a little bit. But this is the target, the 62.4% that I was looking for to come back to, which was the resistance back here that we went up to. We did come back to it before, and then we rocketed back to almost test the trend line that it had created up here, and we have fallen off a freaking cliff. Absolutely fallen off a cliff. Once we break this motion here, we are in for a ride of our lives, because this dominance is all the way up here at 62. Last bull market, once we broke this, see, we touched it once. Let me get you this. We touched it once. We fiddled around with it a long time. And then once that happened, look what happened. Once that happened, we fell out and then bounce. This was the whole bull market, beginning of the bear market, because there was no difference there. And then this is when it starts coming back, when the dominance starts coming back to Bitcoin. So let's come over here. We've come back up. We are retesting that once again, and we should be looking for a retracement. Down to less than 50%, I would say. Down here to the 618, down, or 65, down here to about 48.3% on the dominance chart. Because Bitcoin dominance could continue, I don't know if it will go less because it did go down more and it is creating a higher high. I do believe Bitcoin dominance will not create a lower low. So I'm thinking that it will be in here in the 40, between 50 and 44 and a half on where we bottom on the Bitcoin dominance. So if y'all have anything else, I don't think there's anything else that y'all would ask about down there in the comments. So I really would like for y'all to go and provide some liquidity to Strike so we can get some more liquidity here and be able to actually execute our trades. And there is, just go back to Strike here. You can see that we are definitely below that 2618 that I said I thought we were going to create that cup and handle on, and it didn't, because it really wasn't a cup and handle. It's really a, you know, we're in a downtrend in any function fashion that you really want to do this in. We're in a downtrend there. The last time that it broke this, we went 2 to 6 1, back to 3, down to 1, up to 4, and we have broken the 2. This is really where I thought it was going to stay at for the token price. I did sell some. I got an average sell up at 203, so I actually do like this price of 184. No bullish divergences, no anything like that. Let's check on the 1 hour, see if there's anything different. There is definitely something different on the 1 hour. That is a hidden bullish divergence here. So as long as this price turns around, you got to wait for the price to turn around, but you are creating a hidden bullish divergence here. So be mindful of that. You can come back down. You have broken. Let's see what the fib is from this low to this high. Yeah, you could come back down. You've already broken the 618, so you could come back down to this 786 at at 1.78 ADA per strike. So if you're looking for a limit zone, I would be limiting in somewhere in this zone, and then watching to make sure that we're not getting ready to fall off a cliff on that one as well. So you do want to be careful on your longs, but if you have high conviction, which I do have high conviction that we are making lower lows, higher lows, and making higher highs. So we are still in a bullish chart pattern from your technical analysis patterns and everything there. So I thank y'all for coming by. I've gone over a couple of minutes trying to keep this to a 30-minute chart or a 30-minute show and everything there. Please go down, like, subscribe, use all the links down in the description. Go check out all of the people that gave me my inspiration and everything there. And with that being said, we are done for the day.